heroes that you, I mean, even the Silencer in the same sort of vein. You just
intrigued to see how Zorain can play on the Pugner in the lane. You, at least the range.
You got tossed back underneath the tower.
First blood.
Well,
Better yours than mine.
I guess this was something we didn't bring into our calculations yesterday with the Tiny, was it against the Conquer? And still the Tiny always offers you some outplay potential and Alacrity showing it.
But be very careful here. This is still a Monkey King with a Jinky Mastery, 2 points into it, so a single boundless strike will very easily kill it.
Now skill lay 2. He's only got 1 point in the Primal Spring. The Roll's on cooldown, so is Kick, so he can't push back in your dream, but gonna give him up. Oh, what's the movement speed? He was, I believe, 15?
That second combo, and I think they've got plenty of survivability to be able to withstand that. Attempt on the OPH, I don't think it's going to result in anything.
Maybe toss back to Yokem? It's actually going to go up in the air. Yokem still doesn't have any mana. Alacrity playing it a little bit too fine here. Mizzy showing up. Finally, they should be able to kill off the Ember, but still it's cost Yokem a lot of his health, so how could just clean up?
Diving behind the tier 1 tower, just doing a bit of a scouting mission. Together by his supports under the cover of the smoke, and it's actually Alacrity again that they're going for.
The Mr. Roll doesn't look like that's going to matter. Even laying down the Global Silence just to secure the kill on Alacrity, but I like the move from Zorain. They've got the catapult. Nether blocks can do so much damage, but might be in trouble though. The D-Crap not really coming back in his favor. Want to kick away, but Polisson still able to find an angle just inside the river to bring down the pesky Pugner. Now the fight split in 2. Down to the bottom side, Yokem looking to battle it up against Lun. And it does have this mobility to get involved as well. Even in your dream, wanting to try and show up the swap, helping Yokem out, but he won't be able to keep the life. But nonetheless, they'll also add young PH to the tally as Galaxy Racer find 4 in the middle lane.
Real value being able to pick off Alacrity to start that, but ends up costing them a fair amount. I like the timing that you look to make that.
Well, how's in trouble top? They know the Doppel's on cooldown. Alacrity can just blow him up. Nice rotation from mid to top they go, bringing down the position 1.
Try and steal one of these hard camps there. Anything that you can take away from YG at this point. Arcane Root popped.
Alacrity, it's not easy to kill under a tower like that, but I'm gonna try and force it out. They'll have to do that with the Global Silence, so they secure the kill, but does compromise their positioning as they'll gap close on Lun.
It's gonna look to go again. I mean, you just used the life drain to heal young PH back up to fairly healthy, and he's still got a fair chunk of that arcane with him. 1 remnant left though.
Izu, swap back. Nice use of the silence though. Stopping the Wukong's commands, or Rain still in a peculiar position on the enemy team's high ground, and how he just completed the diffuser blade, so this is going to be a decent showing here. So got to be careful how deep they want to commit. It's Dire controlling an area inside the river, so it's going to force back Yangon Galacticos, but the magnetizers are consistently ticking them down. The incessant spam of the magical damage is going to force multiple heroes to fall, and now they can target down the Pangolier as well. A solid fight from Yangon. You just saw how they're able to sidestep the Wukong, play the outskirts, and the damage from the Earth Spirit.
Might have to give up the tier 1 mid for it. I really don't want to see him in on this and got his full Ag Scepter.
Well, they've smoked up, in fact. Multiple heroes behind Skill A, and Polisson, as soon as he hooked in, is going to look to retreat, and Yokem, unfortunately, not able to follow up. Mizu actually swaps it back to safety. Him on the backline, Alacrity does blow up the Pugner. It's going to look for a TP out. Do they have a cancel on the chains? They do, but in your dream, trying to show up as well with a buyback coming into fray. We saw what Skill A could do previously with the Magnetize. Is a little bit shy of the meta at the moment, but they need a way to protect in your dream. But Wukong's getting casted, but the bonus armor will give you no assistance versus the life drain. That's a big kill to be able to pick up as well, as now How continuing to reign supreme. A perfect timing for the Phantom Laser to show up underneath the tower, as we'll be able to secure a double kill in Yangon. That's the fight they were looking for in Galaxy Racer. Surprised they took the timing to go for it.
Again, just going to show the effect of the Monkey King. Obviously, the extra vision. He already committed with the Primal Spring there, so he knew that he was jumping into potentially his death. But you just see the difference in having to be enabling him to survive that little bit longer. Skill A. That is key.
It's taking a lot of time though. It's forced to fight to the river where Radiant still have their own tower. They know the Wukong's BKB is on cooldown. Nice TP from In Your Dream. Somehow getting out of dodge, and you have to hope the rest of Galaxy Racer can do so as well, but they're hunting Mizu and Alacrity. How and Young PH still in fighting shape at the moment as I'll just look to target down Mizu. The sacrifice with the Aghanims. But, I mean, I'm still killing.
Close to picking up that BKB, but I feel like you need that plus the Aghanim charge just to consistently stand in that.
Coming. Yoken will try and charge it up. Is there any extra follow-up? He's got the consistent control for Hal. There's no vision outside the pit though. He's doing an incredible job to continue to stay on top. But Yoken gets obliterated afterwards. In Your Dream tries to move in, but the Aegis snatched from Hal. They need to lay down the Wukongs, but they have to wait out the use of the Global Silence here. Now finally, In Your Dream can charge up the ultimate to look to control the area, but they already have the magic damage to burst through with the BKB on cooldown. Now Alacrity's the target on the outskirts of the fight as well as Yangon Galacticos find 3.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're actually just gonna. How long have we got?
I think they're going to try and end as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Look, we can't have 5 people farming against our 4. We've got the Aegis. Let's try and make the game big right now.
Well, they have Aegis for another minute 40 here. They just completed the Skadi swap back into the Rolling Thunder. They're a little bit split to protect him. They're going to jump the backline as well to prevent some resistance for Hal. But the Global Silence laid down to try and assist on the first life. And Hal's out to safety. Simultaneously, they'll lose the clockwork. Actually, no, clock's okay. Swap back into the Wukong, so In Your Dream. So looking to try and man fight through the duration of the Wukongs, but they've lost 3 already. Galaxy Racer looks like there was big issues with how they weren't able to deal with the Ember.
Yeah, he was the one that wasn't being controlled at that point in time because the Silencer just sitting off into the trees. It was a good hook shot by Paulson, but with S.E.A off onto the sidelines, you could still use these 4 heroes. So, the end of the world right now for Yangon. Have to be a little bit careful on the range.
Doesn't look like it can deal with the Phantom Lancer, so they have to avoid him and go for some of the backliners. Alacrity making the attempt, but he can't even kill off Young PH, and now Mizu the target once again. He's got the illusion to work around with. Can he find a swap target? Back to Young PH. The remnants are on cooldown. Alacrity's going to look for the burst, but the protection. Young PH still alive. They'll turn on Alacrity, and Yangon somehow still haven't lost anyone until now. Poloson sniped the Ember with the hook shot.
Still though, that's Helena Rax. You've still got Hal alive with the very healthy HP pool. Only 20 seconds left on the Aegis, but he's not going to care. You've already been able to push that one in. No clip as well, so you have to wonder, are they just going to look to try and push in this mid lane as quickly as possible? Time they get there though, they should have the respawns coming up for Galaxy Race.
Aegis is soon to be out, Radiant. They need to try and refill their resources as they're very low. In Your Dream, in the river, they have run into S.E.A. Oh, just getting the swap roll. And the magic missile. Yeah, that's plenty of damage.
They faced straight in. I mean, they had the bottom lane creep still pushed in at the time. And take advantage of the backdoor protection. That's another hero going down, though. And there's no Aegis anymore, so Hal's got to be careful.
Can they kill the PL, man? This is a true test. Can the Phantom Lancer 5v1? He'll get some assistance from afar with the Global Silence. How? So looking at reset. I mean, Ember's up very shortly. Maybe Earthstroke can buy back as well when joined by the Outpost, but they can't control through the Wukongs. He'll just make it on the outskirts with the bounce back. Yoken, what a play with the Rolling Thunder. A perfect use of the ultimate to combine up with the Wukongs. That's a big kill for the... Alright, Galaxy Racer. One's a pretty valuable target. They're gonna run into Young PH as well. Vincent looks to run them, protect their silencer, but he's gonna fall for 50. Chain lockdown swap, actually back into the coach. But Hal's looking to get involved. They can bounce it back to the chain lockdown. To keep him inside the Wukongs, they won't be successful. So Galaxy Racer have to split away. They'll swap back Zor Reigns, the Pogner. Be brought down here, but still the target on top of the backline. They're on top of Hal. They need the extra damage coming through for the Monkey King. It looks like he's trying to deal with the utility, and In Your Dream's in trouble. The Spoon Vessel to minimize any of the life steal, and In Your Dream's down.
It's respawned as well, so he's got the Global Silence if they tried any sort of buyback plays.
Dire structures
You're getting a lot of this this lane creep farm solo as well. If I was S.E.A, I'd look to try and back off. You know, PL having that level 25 is so important for being able to survive, especially in a 4v5 situation.
Really don't want the Monkey King buyback. They'll probably just have to give up the full set. Still T2 tower up top. They need that extra life potentially for a Roche fight. Someone might have to go get the DD though by the pit.
Gonna need to move more rain as well. He's just sitting right in base.
Clockwork. Mid on forward. They don't want to buy back on the monkey, so this is a bit of a window where Yangon can find more than enough kills to enable the siege. Just swap back Mizu. A nice target to find, Yokem. Looking to try and transition this into more as well. The Ember's the target. Do they have the damage to go through? They've dealt with the flame guard. Bounce back once again. Yokem with the U-turn. They need an anchor for the hookshot. Can they find it? It's not even required. As Ember's going to go down. Now the target is Hal. Monkey King's back alive and they'll kill him off. Somehow they hold the base. A beautiful defense as they can look to turn for the silencer as well and make it 4 down. It's Galaxy Racer somehow mount an incredible hold. Would you even rather him to die? How do you heal him back up? Oh, he's dead now.
Let him die now. Force an extra
Swap back. How's in trouble? Toss up in the air for the global silence. Might be able to protect him. They got the rolling thunder fast enough. He's going to buy back if they want to rejoin the fight. He's going to do it instantly, but they have to be careful. A choice point fight with the Wukongs might just tear Yang going in half, as it looks like it will. 4 down, no buybacks on multiple heroes. As now they can lead to tail out the end of this game. How? It's all up to him. Can he bring them back in such a deficit? You're right.
But he's just chunking down these towers as well. Solar Crest with the Moon Shard. He's got the Penta Edge Sword as well.
And almost level 25.
Look at this. How many hits do you reckon? 2.
Couple misses. You hate to see it. Well, Aether's going to tick out in 25. If Yangon can time this, it could be an angle back in. But In Your Dream has the extra ring on the Wukong, so they might just drop this down. It feels like they just give up the life of the pug now. Really looking to worry about too much. Hookshot to start, but instantly laying down the global silence. They're able to jump the Monkey King. It's a lot of damage at the moment. Targeting In Your Dream, but there's no extra fall because they're trying to do the backline support. But now they have the initial stun to do the U-turn to lock down the Ember Spirit. Now they've even caught out another as Mizu just putting his body on the line with the illusion just to swap back with ease to find multiple kills. And now from the bottom set they can transition into the middle set, look to make it mega creeps, and I feel like Yangon now not an opportunity to come back. It's all on Hal, but I don't think he can 5v1. And he cannot indeed. A bit of an unfortunate circumstances for Yangon, but nonetheless Galaxy Racers execute a way back into this to take it. You were questioning it like you didn't know if you could tell if it was or not.
I don't know. I feel like it's pretty damn TA favored. Once you're able to get a few levels up into the lane, they get the first blood onto the bottom side. Honestly, Lone's positioning has been pretty good. He got a lot more harass out onto the team than I was expecting, but where the bounty rune at least. I believe that was young PH that, sorry, it was Lon that went and picked that one up. Night away from them. In Your Dream, he's not going to be able to take any kind of stacks inside his own triangle. Looking to see if there's been any established on the Radiant side of the map. There's a charge coming through onto the TA. Has to be careful with the positioning here.
They cannot group up. In Your Dream doesn't find a connection on the skill ring. Mizu's going to give them ample time to clean off Lone. Just pushing back at least the TA, which is extra damage they need to clean off the Alacrity. He's going to go for a TP out so the urn doesn't tick him, and he'll make it simultaneously. Mizu picks up a double from the Space Cow. Stand behind the TA, maybe dangle a young PH a little bit, but Dire, they're going for their own move, replicating a fight in the middle lane, but let's blink away. Mizu still has the bulldoze, hasn't used it just yet, but Global Silence won't give him any opportunity as well. I don't want to commit too heavily on the Clockwork on the high ground, but the only issue is Zorain can just swap back Polisson. At least he got the ultimate in the fight, so not the worst hero to lose, as Alacrity just has a free fight now, as he can jump in and drop the combo, cleaning off one of the supports, and also they'll zap down the Venge.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I think they're going to look to continue to try and chase down young PH here. Rune Knight. No
Just gonna
refraction for
toss
5
him
seconds.
up in the air, Yokam. Oh, nice body blocks from Alacrity. They're still trying to converge on the area here from Yangon, so just turn, get the easier kill in the Piranha. So,
I think you can continue to go. Never mind.
See, instantly, it's like, okay, refraction, yeah, I'm just gonna TP out. Now they're in trouble though with the backline. It's in your dream. You can still to get some distance away. The team's coming over as well. Maybe you can drag back one into the RP, but it's only Polison to be able to utilize the big ultimate. And now the Silencer as well has compromised his own positioning. It's how some way picks up a triple.
A little bit of burst damage that you might need to kill someone before the swap gets out, or you're able to get off the secondary use of the refraction.
Owns the target. It's a great coax. It's going to trap in two, but where's all the AoE damage to follow up afterwards? So we're going to lay down the global sun. Somehow Lun will keep the light, but they've locked onto the Templar Assassin. The skewer further away from any assistance. Zorine will attempt to put his body on the line, but it's still going to cost him his own life as well, as they'll turn their attention now to the Mirana. So we've got a couple more leap charges in the arsenal, but Mizu still looking to hunt. Simultaneously, they'll jump onto Lun as well, so it feels like with all the mobility that Galaxy Racer have, they can just hunt down multiple heroes, and now finally they can transition this in to the costly tier 1 tower.
Be mindful of that.
Well, they can take Roche very far. Oh, instant scan. This
Fast enough though.
could not be good. They've got BKB RP. The choke point 5 from Galaxy Racer is going to be a mess for Yangon to deal with, but Lion? That's a very early job. Maybe if they feed one by one, this will give Yangon an opportunity. Got back in Alacrity. Goes in the backline now. In your dream locks on once again. They blow up the Templar Assassin, just overwhelming with the numbers advantage that can almost surround him with ease.
Swap. Oh. See you later, Silencer.
So sticking nearby. Skillet is scouting them out at the moment. They use the Urn on Mag instead. But Alacrity can still blink on forward. They need a little space from In Your Dream. Maybe the Global Silence will give him that opportunity to put In Your Dream. They set up the RP onto 2. They're going to target down the Templar Assassin. Now we can turn to deal with the Clockwork. He's still got the backup of Mizu as well to charge in forward. Even though Yangon found a couple of kills at the start of the fight, it looks like the end with losing multiple. So Raid still has How that's thinking of getting involved here. Yokam, let's see if he can get some distance away. So has to go up against the Aghanim's illusion. The instant hex will not give him the space. Zorain ends up falling here with Avenge. Luckily enough, How scurries himself to safety. Yep, anything you can to mitigate a lot of the tankiness from the Spirit Breaker, you will. But looks like we finally might see a fight break out down bot. Are they just going to instantly overwhelm the TA? Look to see if they go. A reposition comes into the frame, maybe trying to push him further away from the Avenger. Now with the Global Silence laid down on the first life, able to lead through. Now they're dealing with the backline as well. As Lon's the next target. They don't have the damage to clean up the Clockwork. Now young PH can just BKB and blink up the high ground. They're still going to try and man fight. In Your Dream's in trouble. It's a 2-man RP, but not a lot of damage for the follow-up at the moment. They're going to charge in forward, skewer back underneath the T2 tower. In Your Dream's looking to stand his ground and man fight, but they don't have the damage for the Templar until the last second. As Alacrity blink in to look to clean up. So got to be cautious though, as How is incredibly difficult here to be able to go through with all his damage at the moment. And Radiant still have 3 heroes as well with Avenge Illusion. The detection of the bigger issues though, they can lock into Mizu. A buyback from Zorain wants the extra life if need be. Swap up in a couple seconds. Alacrity just gets himself to safety.
By next Midas available.
Alacrity. Dude, what damage is he doing? They've got 5 heroes. They might just overwhelm Yangon once again. And Venge brought back previously. Who do they want to target? They'll both jump to Venge and the Clinks at the same time, recognizing that the Spirit Breaker can just avoid the damage from How at the moment. It's going to turn this down his ground with the BKB, but without the heroes to protect him, How's in trouble. A shockwave to prevent the retreat. And once again, they'll flood over the squishy heroes. Smoke instantly, but Dire. Ordinary high ground. Oh, they found Yokam. That's a pretty key target if they can kill him off. A lot of the control from Galaxy Racer. They have the charge on How. See if this vision can come into play, or if they're going to overstep the mark here. So they've been able to reset the positioning back to the range. Gonna get caught out. Simultaneously, Alacrity will prevent the Venge save. They're gonna try and lock onto the Templar Assassin. They won't be able to do so. No Alacrity. He's the one that's actually split from the team, but Mizu's gonna give him a little bit of extra protection as In Your Dream jumps in. And RP onto both the cores. They look to blow up How with Alacrity standing hand in hand. How needs to just stand his ground in their fight. Satanic Pop is doing an incredible job to be able to bring down the Magnus, who's gonna buy back if he wants to rejoin the fight, but it looks like Galaxy Racer into losing it. As Yangon,
he lost his
early, I should say. More like a later gem pickup on the Venge. And
buyback status looking like just Magnus.
attempt.
There we go. That's
Skewer back with the
Nice
instant swap. And Mag, he doesn't want to pop the BKB early, but the Scotty might force him to.
Attack.
Another toss away. Another toss away. Alacrity. Nice
Gotta
reposition.
kill him though.
Gonna be
Jam on the ground.
dropped on the deck. Meanwhile, on the backline, Mizu will clean up another cure on the clockwork. Do they go in now? It's a 4v3. You can buy back on Mizu. They haven't gotten a set of barracks just yet, and they will. Does he get the charge off before? Okay, they're hunting young PH. Mizu instantly closing the gap. There's a chain control. Perfect. Get back the arrows even better. Mizu, he just bought back. Oh, TA turns it back around, and now they'll try and aim the Tiny. Alacrity will attempt to stand his ground. We'll get some protection here with the invisibility, but In Your Dream, now they'll lock onto him once again. The toss is coming into the fray, but the arrow's on point. Skill lays such an incredible team fight from the Mirana, but Alacrity, look at the commitment. They know this team fight, this defense might just give them an angle to come back into the game. It's multiple tosses inside the base. TA, no BKB, so no escape. A skewer further inside the fountain. They're still looking for more. Geocam will zap down another. Luckily enough for Hal, Clinks will make the escape. Yeah, probably. They might jump them before they get set up. We'll see how Zor range 25 comes into play. Once again, skewer back. They need the toss. Alacrity is right. This round, even Global Silence used as well. Polisson, of course, he's got the refresh up. Mizu, what a charge on the back line. Still, they haven't cleaned up the Templar Assassin. Another round of the Global Silence, but Mizu's in trouble. Forced off to reposition himself, so we're not committed on the initial start. So swap away.
Was loaded.
Venge. Almost cost his life here. Young BH jump in, instantly cleans up the line, but it's going to cost him his positioning. There's another toss back. There it goes. Wait, where'd he go?
Dire's top
What?
barracks.
He got to the sky, but he's still down. Hexed up. Can they kill him the first time they can? They don't even need the zap. And now look at the rest of Radiant. They're too far split up to protect young PH. He'll get the BKB off, reset his positioning. Simultaneously, Yangon, they're dealing with the objectives at the moment. So Galaxy Racer have to be cautious. They don't want to recommit, but RP onto multiple. The drag back from In Your Dream. Another toss in the fountain. This time it's a Clinks. Make it a party. It's 4 down on Yangon Galacticos. The sole survivor is young PH. Somehow he'll make it away, but another hold from Galaxy Racer. They do lose the full set though. Nice.
Counter smoke as well.
Global on cooldown. So, this is an incredible ward. They're going to see Zorain and Skill-A, but more importantly, it's the Clinks caught outside the base. He's incredibly tanky. Is he enough, though, to allow the rest of the reinforcements to swap on the outskirts? But still, they'll gap close and overwhelm How, and now the rest of the utility is vulnerable as Alacrity will chain toss up the Mirana. They've got the Abyssal to lock the Venge in the lane. And it looks like Galaxy Racer looking for more blood as well.
Dude, he's trying to force out buybacks here. He knows he's going to live.
This here is crazy at 30. Oh my god.
Coin.
He just die, like not even hitting them.
How much damage do you think the charge will do? Well, Fraction's not going to find out. Global Silence use instants. Nice swap away to at least give some space, but again, In Your Dream, dropping it up onto multiple heroes. Another round of the Global Silence as well. They've cleaned off Zorain, and meanwhile in the river, Yangon just can't deal with the heavy team fight ultimates that Galaxy Racer has. And without the buybacks, they're still looking to stick around as Young PH and Clinks having a free fight at the moment with the BKB. Young PH still looking to target them down, even going to use the Psionic Projection to gap close in the backline, but now they've compromised their positioning. Does Yangon have to get out of dodge, but they won't have an opportunity. It's Mizu.
That psionic projection, he just zipped and dodged everywhere. Oh, it's still going. Game is still going.
Centuries, and this is his final form. Like the armor just suits him so. Oh, Radiant? Oh no, young PH. Mizu's team's a little bit behind him, so it's going to enable TA to get the BKB. Simultaneously, Yokan Max Hex, stopping the Clinks from getting any follow-up damage while they target the Templar Assassin. They're going to drag him further away. It's a position 1 and 2, hand in hand right now for Yangon Galacticos, but I don't know if they can do it just with the two of them, even though with the buyback coming to the fray, the lockdown is too much for them to deal with. The first life taken out of effect, and now they should be able to deal with the second. And the nice reactions with the blink away. They do force out the Clink's buyback nonetheless, but they are just, again, overwhelming Yangon, and there's so much chaos where they can't kill anyone, man. Like Spirit Breaker, 6k health, Tiny, 4,300 health. He's even got a Rapier as well to boot. Magnus, 4,500 health. Let's test it instantly, and your Galaxy Rays have a lot of damage. Reflecting all of that, especially Rapier, that's a Monka W.
I'm not sure if it's going to be like have the same properties as Blade Mail or if its own unique thing. You know?
They might swap into Arrow. Let's see if they can get the Rapier. They're doing a lot of damage, but great target from Mizu. Straight on the TA, giving Alacrity ample time to pop the cheese, and now they can turn. Have Yangon, they compromise their positioning. It was a big attempt to try and get the Tiny. They've at least got the Wind Waker to protect the TA. Global laid down as well, still needs some assistance to BKB. Can he get it off? The Mute consistently not giving an opportunity. Another swap defensively. He's actually back to safety, but that's a dive back for the Avenge. And now, I mean, Clincy's up at 25. Ready back on Cliff. I felt like there was a one opportunity maybe to get the Rapier.
Feels like, oh, I might even be tempted in.
Young PH. Okay, assassinates the Lion. Gotta go for Poison as well. The first time we've seen it be able to kill off the support. You have to hope he has a buyback here on the Templar Assassin. He's in trouble. A BKB, it's about to expire. Mizu back into the fray as well. But the charge instantly locking in any escape for the Templar Assassin, but it's giving them time. A valuable asset that Radiant are requiring as the Clinks is back alive, but they've got to do it 4v5.
Careful about killing those Necrobook units. Killed himself there.
Okay, so we did see Radiant successfully kill the supports last fight. Let's see if they can get the Light and Silencer to prevent, you know, the global and the chain lockdown. They're just making space. They want the Megas and they'll get it. Mizu might be the first down in quite some time. Can they get any more out of it? He's got a buyback here to instantly rejoin, but their base is in shambles, so Galaxy Racer have to make a decision. They have to make it fast as well. There's the buyback. They're going to jump power, but instantly with the BKB. They need some way to protect the Clinks. Venge is still down for 20. Tow's still in trouble. Forced out back inside the base. Alacrity as well. He's got the Rapier they need to protect, or do they? Alacrity doesn't even damn in the world. They're straight on top of the Clinks. They'll drop the global silence and charge deeper and deeper. Their territory is now ours, as it feels like finally, with only 2 heroes. My calculations feel like this is not enough as Yokan to end it all. A beautiful setup followed up by the RP, a statement on this game as Galaxy Racer will take the series 2-0, a 72-minute thriller.